Hello, it's Pam here with Tattered Paper and Lace. Welcome back to my channel. We are doing the Ephemer Ember today. So welcome and thank you for coming along. Thank you for my subscribers and all of those who come, even if you haven't subscribed. But if you like what you see in my videos, subscribe and hit the notification bell and you'll get further videos from me. So today we're doing day 19, and this is the 10th prompt, and it is, I never can get my light just right, and it is Nature's Treasure is what we're doing today. And this is in collaboration, open collaboration with Louisa Heinzel and Barbara at 49 Dragonflies. So go check out what they have done. And then there's many others. If you'll do the hashtag Ephemer Ember, let me show you how you spell that. Hashtag Ephemer Ember, and you can see others who are also doing this challenge. Now, so today's treasures, Nature's Treasure. You can see I have Nature's Treasure on my table. And so this is the pieces I'm going to be using. And you will also see that I have several junk mail envelopes. All of these came in the mail as the outside mailer for junk. And I always keep the ones, especially, I keep almost all of them, but I always keep the ones that are a different color. Most of them are white. I keep them if they're a different color, if they have a different shaped window, especially a large window. I have even more. I have some that are black, that the whole front of the envelope is a window, and I have those would make a page in a book. So see, this one is that one's got two windows. This one has an oversized window here, and let me show you what I do with those. Or what I want to do with this. I want to use this one and this one. Two reasons. One, I want to use this one because I want to keep the Arbor Day on this one. It says Arbor Day. I want to keep that as a tab. So I wanted to use it because it was, for one, craft colored, and two, I wanted to use and keep that as a tab. And then I wanted to use this one because it's red, and my sewing machine currently has red thread on it. So I'm going to sew red on this one too, even though it has no red on it. It's going to get red because, well, green and red is Christmas, and what's going in there is going to kind of be that. So anyway, so let me show you what I want to do. Let me turn my heat down. It was kind of cool in here, and it's gotten warm now. Okay, so what we are going to do is I am going to use the opening or the window of these envelopes as a window to make a specimen card. So what I will do first is I think I need to cut out what I want to be the base. Since I'm not going to use the whole envelope, because then I would have to cover the whole envelope, and I don't want to do that. So I am going to use my trimmer. Put that out. So here is my trimmer. And it's kind of big, but I'm going to use it. I'm not going to fold it out. I don't need it to be folded out. I want to make it about the same distance, just about the ruler distance, from the edge of this window. And I can, at this point, put this straight down. I'll keep that for something else. So I have about the same distance here and here on my window here, and I am going to cut here and here First I'm going to cut it this way, and I'm going to cut right down to, hopefully, to the wording on this. And I don't know exactly. Hopefully I don't mess this up. Okay, that was pretty good. I might have to cut that off just a little bit more. And then I'm going to do that over here. And that's pretty good. Okay, yes, that's pretty good. I need to cut this one a little bit. I didn't. You know what? I'm not gonna worry with it. I'm not gonna worry with it. And then I want to cut it here again. Put this under here. I want to cut this again right here below these words to this cut. I know you probably can't see that very well. So I'm going to cut out this section. Perfect. And then I want to, I can't do it that way. I have to do it this way. I want to cut out this section up to my other cut line, like that. Okay. So this is going to be my specimen card, and I'm cutting out the. No, I didn't cut that in the right place. Oh yeah, I just didn't cut it in the right place. So let me do this again. I don't know what I was thinking. I want to cut those words off. Darn. Yeah, that's going to be kind of hard to do. I have to do it from this end. And hopefully I don't mess this up. Because I wanted to cut it just like that. Okay. And then I want to cut off the end of this Arbor Day word. I don't want all of this extra hanging out here, so I'll just go ahead and do that right here. Okay. Now, that's going to be my specimen card. With a tab. I may or may not, because this can be opened now like this. I may or may not, I'll think about this, cut down this to make this equal with this. So it would be like right below the, right below the words there. But I don't think I will. I think I'll leave it just like that. So I'm going to, first, let's get out some things to grunge with. I'm going to use walnut stain first and try that. And then I'm going to use maybe ground espresso. I'll leave my mat here. And I don't know how much I'm going to distress. I don't know. So we're just going to start with something here. So I have my splatter stamp, if you can tell that's what that is. And I'm just going to do some splatters first all around with I am using walnut stain on that, and I need to do it on the back as well. I just kind of want it to look like it's kind of been around the block, maybe in someone's garden. because this is nature's, I want to see if I can round the corners on this right here. I don't think I can. It's not going to be, it's not going to let me. I don't think this one will either. Nope, it won't. Okay, so let me take this and I am going to round it with my smallest punch, which is about the size of the rounded corner. It doesn't want to do it. About the size of a rounded corner on, there we go, on a playing card. So I guess I could have found a playing card and did the same thing. This is not straight right here. So I'm just going to straighten that up. I don't know how I didn't get that straight. I probably didn't have it straight in the trimmer. That's better. Then I'm just going to use this to just kind of round these corners a little bit with my scissors. And that gives me a little bit cleaner line there to cut around. I still didn't do very well with it, but it's okay. I'm terrible at doing this. That's why I like a corner rounder when I can use one. I just wanted the tab to be rounded. Okay. That's not horrible. It's not great, but it's not horrible. This is a little bit crooked itself. Okay. There. Okay, I'm liking that. Okay. So this is going to be our, excuse me, our specimen card, our specimen window. And I want to, if you've seen my video on how to make a junk mail no-sew signature junk journal, then you know that I like to take these edges and kind of scrunch them up. Now that's really stuck down on this side, so I'm not going to be able to do that very well on this side. They're usually, the envelopes usually are not that stuck down around the edges of this window. This one is pretty stuck down on this side anyway. We'll get on around and see what I see. But if I can just get it done a little bit, it doesn't have to be a lot, just a little bit. See, the ends here can fold back a little bit. I do these on the windows. I use window envelopes to make that those journals. And I think I called it junk mail no-sew signature tutorial. I think that's what I called it, something like that. And so you can go and let's just make sure that window, yeah. So this side is not stuck down hardly at all. I mean, you know, it's got a nice wider area that's not stuck down. And see, that makes it look a little grungier. You'll see that a little bit better in just a minute. And then I want to use walnut stain again to darken the edges of this. If I can make that happen. Grunge that up just a little bit more. We're going to do inking all the way around it. I'll just go ahead and do that now because it will be fine to do it now because I'm not going to do any more cutting off of the edges. I don't believe, unless I change my mind. I don't think I will though. Okay, let me change to my ground espresso because I want it to be a little bit, I want this to be a little bit darker around this edge, and I can't seem to make that happen. Okay, that's a little better. just wanted the window to be a little darker. Okay. That will work right there. I also have over here these stamps, and I have this, it's like crackled. So I have not used it yet. I've used this, well, I might not have used anything out of these yet. I thought I had used the stitch that's on here, but maybe not. But I have this crackle effect here. I'm going to try it. I've never used that. So let me take this off of this and put this on here. And it doesn't matter that doesn't fit because I'm not going to use the whole thing at the same time. I'm going to do it random. So I just want it to kind of, you know, be a thing. And I'm doing this with a ground espresso. I did the other thing. Yes, that's perfect. I wonder if it would stay on that a little bit. Kind of grunge up the window a bit. And there, let's see. Yes. Okay, I like that. So we've got that. That's a good stamp. I like that. That's a good grunging stamp. So I'll put that back away over here. And then I also want to use, I may not have time to do this second one on the video. I may just get this first one done. But that's okay too. I am going to use Tim Holtz Eccentric to do a little bit more interest on here. And I think, since I know that I will be stamping with or sewing with red thread, I have some red ink somewhere that I'll use this. I have this mixed media, very juicy color box mixed media. So I think I'll use that. And let's see what I want to use on here, because you want it to be a specimen sort of thing. I'm going to use this right here that says this number. And I think I'll stick that right down there with this red. See how that does. Needs to be a little bit more inked. I need a blank space. Yeah, I can, won't be real dark, but that's, okay. That's not too bad. So I have that stamped there. So this is, I'm trying to make this look as much like a specimen as I can. I do not have the field notes, which would be absolutely perfect for this project, but I don't have the field notes stamped, so we're going to make do with what I do have here. I do have the field notes ephemera from Tim Holtz, so I might use some of that too. Okay, so I did that. Okay, I'm going to use this reference and department. And I think I'll put that right here. What did I do with my stamp? My block. What did I do with my block? Duh, did y'all see it right there? See it right here? It was there all along. That's really sad. That is really sad. Anyway, okay, moving on. So I don't know if I want to put it there, or maybe I'll put it like that, again with red. And I've not used this particular one out of this, I don't think. Yeah, that stamps really nicely. So we'll stamp it right there. Okay, and I think that's maybe all I'm going to do with that at the moment. I might find myself doing more, but I think that's all I'm going to do at the moment, because I might want to do some other things. I might want to do some things on the inside of what goes inside there. So I'm going to leave this here for the moment. And what I want to put inside this one is this piece. And I already had a little piece of ledger paper that is from the 1950s. And so I want to put this inside here and have that 12 show right there. So it also shows the 1954. That's cool. And that's going to be my background for the window right here. And I want to stick this, my nature's treasure, is this red, I don't remember. This is from my yard, but I don't remember what it was from. It was either from my yard or somewhere close by, because we do go walking. Okay, that's what I want to do. This is what I want to do with that. Something similar to this. But what I am going to do is I'm just going to do it with my scissors. I am going to snip off the very end of this, because I want this to open like that, so it's easier to work with. It's the only reason. It makes it easier to work with. So let's move this back up, so I can open it up. I can open it up and glue things, because I have got to glue this in. Let's put that over there with this, so I don't lose that. I've got to glue this in here. I want the 12 to show. So I need to glue this in. I need to make sure that it all shows like it should. Okay. So that's how I want to glue that in. So I need to cut it a little bit shorter than it is. I actually can cut it quite a bit shorter than it is, but I won't. And I pretty much need to put this right along that edge. And that will be good. So I'm going to go ahead and glue this in. And do I want this to be this thick up here? I think I'll take this off. Here. Yeah, that's okay. It tore it a little bit off in the back, but I don't really care about that. That doesn't bother me. Doesn't bother me. Oh, that's the wrong one. Wrong side. Oh, maybe I want that side. That says 11. And then I have these numbers. Well, let's see how that looks. It's the other side of the same piece. Okay, what do you guys think? Do I do it like that? Oh, that looks pretty good in the camera. This is a little busy looking with the plant on top, but through the camera, it looks pretty darn cool. Okay, I didn't think I wanted to do it that way. Kind of like that though, but let's try it this way again. So this is how I originally thought I'd do this here. I like the 1954 showing, which I don't get on the other side. And I in person, the whole lot of writing behind your element looks a little busy. And I thought I could do it this way. Still want the 12 to show, but I don't want to cover it up. That needs to move over a little bit more. I want that to be pretty central here. Okay, come on, move over. Like, I want that 1954 to show. Okay, that's pretty good. So we've got the, let's see if you can see that, we've got the 1954 showing, the 12 is showing, and there's just a little bit of writing right behind here, and then you see the rest of it pretty well. Oh, I don't know. I don't know, because I really like the way this is something I tried sometime back. Oh, it could go that way. Oh, that's the way it's supposed to go. That's why I was having trouble making that work. It's supposed to go that way. It's a brighter red on this side. I could turn it the other way if I needed to, I guess. It's not as bright a red. I wanted the brighter red. Okay, we're going to do it on this side. I'm going to do it on this side because I like the way it curls up. You can see the 1954. You can see the 12 and this curl, so I can put it a little more central. So that's where that's going. But first, I need to glue this down, which is going to go right along the edge. I'm going to make a mark on the top and bottom where that needs to be. So right there and right there, and I know it goes right against the edge. So let's put that down first. And you may have wanted it on the more written side, and that I understand also. But I can also do some fake script if I feel like it needs something more. And I did like the 1954 showing. So we're going to do it this way. Just like that. Okay, so that shows through my window. Like that. And I may not do any, I've got my sewing machine over here next to me, but I'm not sure I'm going to sew on camera. Only because it'll be loud and I may mess up really bad. I do like to sew on paper. I was never, my mother was a great seamstress and I was not that good at it, but I just love to sew on paper. She would be horrified. Okay, so this is kind of, well, not exactly where I want that to go. More like that. Yeah, more like that. So let's open this back up. Now I'm just going to glue this down just with art glitter glue. I've done this before, so I know that it'll work. And I'm just going to glue it on the main parts. I just don't want it to move. It's just going to be encased in this envelope. And so it really is going to be okay not being glued all the way down. It's not like it'll get a lot of wear and tear because it'll be in the envelope. So now you get my tweezers. Let's make sure I'm getting this where I wanted it to be. I like that's pretty good. Yeah, that's good. We like that, all right? I just moved it some. I didn't mean to. Let's hold that down a minute. And there we are. Now let me get the glue off of the window here that I have on here. So I just glue it in a little bit of, a couple of places because I don't want it to come up. I also didn't want it to be terribly, terribly grungy, but I wanted it to look like it had been around a little while. So I am now going to take a bit of, you can use washi tape, or I have some faux aged tape, which is what I think I'm going to use. And I can either cut it down narrower if I thought it needed to be narrower, or I can use the whole piece. And I'm just going to do it. I'm going to do it inside, but I'm going to show you what it looks like here. The whole piece is going to be a little bit fat, I think. So I am going to take my scissors and hopefully cut this in half, or thereabout. Just like that. Is that long enough? Doesn't need to be, yeah, that's long enough. Okay. So now I'll take half of this piece. And put that aside. And then I am going to tape it right across here. There we go. I like it. So that will look like that is holding this specimen in place. Okay, I like it. Do we need to stamp anything here? Let's see if I have anything that would work. Or do I need to put, let me look at my, I can get my Tim Holtzy stuff out. Let's see. Is this what I want? I don't know if this is what has the, oh, we could do this. We could do that. Documented. It's kind of big. Across there. Cut it down. Or down here. Or I guess I could cover up my stamping. Nah. I don't know. Here's my little box. I have all kinds of little things in, and see, there's some things from Tim Holtz. There's some things from Tim Holtz. I have other things in here too, but the Tim Holtz is in here. I have these transparencies. I don't think I want to use any of those. I have this little thing, which doesn't fit. I don't know. I thought I had all of the Field Notes stuff in its own little folder, but it does not look like I did that. And it may not even be in here. Okay, we can do this. It says date and kind. That would be cool. I could fold that back down and put it right there. Or I could put it right along here. Oh, I like that. I'll cut off the amount. I don't think I need amount on there, but I like that. So I would have it just past the amount. So it'd be about like that long. I like that. Okay, I think I'm going to do that. I think I'm going to do that. Like I said, I want it to look like oh, and I can use my signature stamp that says approved by. That could go on here too. I might do that back here. Hit approved by right there. We'll see. Okay. I guess. Should I leave the amount on there too? Kind of like the length of that. And maybe the amount, it's not a dollar amount. Maybe the amount is how much they found, wherever they found this specimen at. How much did they find? The amount that they found. Could be that, rather than a dollar amount. Or if it's a new species or something valuable, it could be that. It could be just the fact that it's valuable or whatever. And it could be a dollar amount. I'm going to do this with ground espresso. I want to show up a little bit. Also, I'm going to grunge it just a bit with splatters and so forth, because it would have been also, if this had always been attached to it, it would be also grunged like the envelope. But I'm going to do it off of the envelope, since the envelope already has the grunge. So let me just take this, and I'm just gonna take this and not put it on my block. I'm just gonna do this with it. Just like that. And then I will take some of the walnut. That was ground espresso. I'll take some of the walnut with the splatter stamp and do some of this on it as well. Just so it kind of, and that's enough. Just so it looks like it's been on there a while as well. And I'm going to glue it right down here. Just like that. And then I might do some fake writing in there. But let's get this down first. Uh-oh, I left my glue open. This has a hole in it. Cool. Ah, okay. We're going to leave the hole there. Now I should do it this way, because then, ooh, I could punch the hole out through the bag, through the whole thing, and put an eyelet in there, which is kind of close to the edge, but then it would be like you could put it on a ring or a brad in there, or what do you think? What do you guys think? Is this green writing or is it blue writing? It looks like it's green writing, which matches that. This covers up this writing. Do I want to do that, or do I want to just do it down here, or do I want to cut that hole off altogether? I want to do it this way, just in case I want to punch that hole. This side was a different color. I like this side. So name, number, rate. That side is lighter, even before the grunge, than this side. Then it could go this way. What does one do? Oh, and that would make that be inside a little bit more. Okay, we're going to do this side. I'm not going to use the ground espresso to ink around it. I am going to ink around it, though. But I decided the ground espresso was a little too dark. So we're going to use walnut stain. And ink around it, and then I will have to do a little bit of grunge, and I may not do anything more than the splatters. Let's try it and see what I think. Okay, I want it to blend in less than the other side did. Okay, yeah. Oh, wrong way. I was going to put this up here. Yeah, I like that. I'm not going to do any of the other stuff. I'm just going to do this little splatter part and the edge is inked, and that's it. I want it to show up just a little bit more. And put it like this. And that way, the hole that is naturally there will be a little closer, a little further in, which is going to be better for the whole thing, I think. Okay, so we put that along there. Okay, I like that. Put this lid back on. Put my glue lid back on, which I've been leaving off. Is not a good thing. I kind of wish I had stamped that in black instead of red, but you know what I'm going to do? I have a red marker. I'm going to go over it. Have y'all ever done that? When something didn't quite stamp like you wanted it to? It's stamped well, but it's not dark enough. And I wanted it to be darker. So I go over it. Just like that. I don't know what these little things are on the bottom down there. Now see, that makes, I don't know if you can tell. If you can tell, that makes it show up a little bit more or not. It's not a whole lot more, but it is a little bit more. And the other thing I may do, since I'm doing this, is I think I want to color in the number here, the NO. I just think that might look better in this particular instance. Show a little bit more red. Yeah, I like that better on this. Okay, do I want to do this one up here? That one will be hard to do. I'm going to leave that one. I just wanted to do this one darker. And then I'm going to go over the numbers again. Okay, that's good. I like it. Okay. So we're going to put that there. I'm going to go ahead and close this. I think I'm through with the inside. Do we need a little bit of writing down here? Or something, some sort of identification, something down there? I don't know what I might have I could put. So I don't have any more of that sort of, like I said, I don't have field notes. I could put, you know, whatever word, specimen, or could write it in, I suppose. We could do a little bit of this. Because I also have the entomology. Guess we could put a bug in there. No, I don't know. That writing is very little. I have something else that has a better deal that's over across the way. I'll have to go get it. Yeah, I think it's across the way. What else? Don't see anything else in here. Let me go get my other. It won't take me but a second. It's just across the room. So, anyway, yeah, I'm not going to get the other one done. This is going to be the only one I'll get to today. And so what I have here in this set of stamps is a postmark kind of situations. And I'm thinking something round right here might be good. I probably should have done that before I did the tape. And this is, I love this thing right here, this stamp right here. You can tell I use this one up here a lot, and that I've used it a lot with red. Even though I clean it, it colors it. So if I do this, I can just do this little part right here. I think I'll do it in black. So all I'm going to do is ink this part right here. If some of the wording comes out on it, that's okay. You can't read it anyway, so that doesn't really matter. And I'm just going to stick it right there. Just like that. And just a little bit of it shows. And that's good. Okay, I like that. Okay, I think I'm ready to close this up. I could have already closed it up. Close this up. So I'm just going to glue around the edge of this, just along here. And along here. I don't have to do it over here because that's closed already. That's where the envelope was closed. And I'm going to do it here. And then I'm going to do it here. And I'm going to put a little bit inside that. I want to make sure that gets there good. And across the bottom. And that, close that up. And there is my specimen card with a tab. It's like that. And I'm going to, I do want to stitch around it. I don't know. Do you want to watch me stitch? I don't know. I think I'm just going to do it around. Well, if I stitch, that's going to go right through that unless I go inside it. Or maybe I don't stitch over that so that it looks like it was put in there later. So I could just go around here, up across here, and to there. And then it'll look like this label was put on after the stitching. I don't know. What do you guys think? I should stamp something right in there or put something. I know. We'll do. I may have a word even. Let's see. I may have a word. I mean, like you could put something like that. I'd have to grunge it up, obviously. Yeah. Let's see. Do I have anything? I don't think I do have anything that I can come up with quickly. Okay, so not that, but maybe something like that. I don't want something shiny. This is a shiny one. That's a transparency one. Okay, we could have this date. It says September the 15th on there. Nope, don't like that. Item number. Do we need another number? I don't know. Okay, 75 years. That could mean that this was collected 75 years ago. I don't know, maybe. Or keep it only 75 years. Or, what do you think? I don't know what to do. That one's not too bad. What do you think? I like the color of this one. It says 75 years. I kind of like that. I don't know if has enough meaning to put it there. And maybe I just shouldn't put anything there. I don't want to put another number exactly. You know, that's just another number. What is this? It's pink. See, I've got all these little things in here. Just a little thing like that. Could do. No. Okay. I'm not seeing anything right off that really strikes my fancy. So, I'm not going to do anything. We'll leave it like it is. I mean, all these different numbers could be, you know, classifications as it went along its process. No, but I'm just not. Okay, we could do a date. It says 1892. That almost is. Could cut the 2 off and just, and it'll say 1892. See, it says 2/12/1892. Clearly American because it has the month first. No, not gonna do it. I'm not gonna do anything. This is it. I'm gonna think about stitching. I may not even stitch because I don't want to stitch over this. So anyway, this is my Nature's Treasure. I love the red color of the plant inside there. And I love the faux tape holding it down. And I like the grunge. I am going to do this, though. I am going to, on this side, whoops, there's a number, an escapee number. I am going to put this in black. And I can show you, this is an antique stamp. And it's a person's signature. So I am going to put that. Let me see if I want to take this off. I probably should have taken that off to begin with. It won't come off easily. But I don't mind it being raggedy, so I may take it off a little bit. What will come off, like that. And then stamp this approved by on here. Ta-da! And that's an antique stamp. I love it. It's just a, you see, and it says approved by. And then I could do some other stamping. I could do some line stamping or something like that to, like, where you might make notes about the plant. But for now, I'm just going to leave it like that. So this is my Nature's Treasure, my specimen card. And I'm not going to try to do the other one. You see how long it took. It's not that long a process, really. I'm not going to, my camera is a little bit low for flipping pages. So I could put it back here on the back side of my houses. Or here. Again, I just think I'm going to clip it on because I will use this in a nature journal. So I don't want to, you know, you don't want to make it be permanent in somewhere else if you want to use it. So I'm going to clip it on the other side of where I did the one yesterday. So let me know what you think about my Nature's Treasure. And I hope to see you in the next video. Thanks for coming. Hit the subscribe button if you like what you see. And if you want to get further videos from me, hit the notification bell. So I appreciate you coming along, and we'll see you in the next video. Thanks for watching. Bye.